going to get into Han Mano versus Solar. That is going to be quite the good little match. Han Mano next GSL champ. I mean, he just beat somebody from Team NV. Team NV's secret weapon. So secret they didn't even play him in the playoffs. The most secret. All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top right. Representing Kaitza Gaming. It is Solar. In the blue. And his opponent. Representing Prep Esports. It is Han Mano. In the red. Han shot first. I like that. That's a cheeky one. Han Mano shot first. Hey, thank you, Kasai. It's a comfy sweater. It feels good. It's a little bit warm down in the basement here, but you know, sometimes you got to be warm. It's like minus 15 degrees Celsius here. Sorry, minus 10. Minus 10 degrees Celsius here. It was like minus 13 earlier today. And apparently it was like minus 25 with the wind chill. I only stepped out for a little bit, but it didn't feel that bad, but it was still, you know, enough for me to be like, all right, that's enough out of you. I would prefer not to have this in my life any longer. I'm actually not sure what the material is, but it's pretty comfy. And the pattern is like, it's just got a cool vibe. It's very Christmas feeling. That sweater can play the Frasier theme song on demand. It sure can. It sure can. Oh, very nice. Man, Han Mano doing this again. Okay, so no scout. Reactor first. And it is going to be a command center on the high ground. Now, he likes to play he's a very good Terran. He likes to play a little bit of a weird style. So, yeah, quick second barracks coming on down. I think this is going to be a 3 racks from him. Actually, no, he's still mining gas, so this might be a 2-on-1. Yeah, no, he's up to 100 gas. This is going to be... Well, okay. It looks like a 2-on-1. He starts to do that. And then he won't get the reactor starport. Like, it'll turn into like a Hellbat build that hits later with stim. But it looks and feels like a 2-on-1 at first glance. So in this case, maybe he will go for the 2-on-1 and he just has that in his toolkit. The main problem though, command center on the high ground, very, very... It cuts into the advantage of not scouting significantly. Yeah, Han Mano is actually probably one of the players to watch out for in Korea. He's got a similar feel as the start of Percival's kind of somewhat rise. Damn, is he over 6K on Korea? That's crazy. The thing is, though, Solar is looking really good recently. So this should be a 2-on-1. It should be a 2-on-1, but I'm not sure that it will be. We'll see in a little bit. Solar sees that there is no expansion. Does anyone care about the Winter Olympics? Honestly, I was looking at it and I didn't actually care that much. And I felt bad because, like, the athletes are really out there, like, busting their booties, you know? But I just didn't care. Okay, oh, look at this. He lifts the command center to kill off the Overlord. Very, very interesting. And that's going to show Solar all of these Marines. The Marines are going to move forward very, very early. Oh, they're going to be able to find quite a few Zerglings right there. That's a little bit unfortunate. I cared when they had the IM tie-in tournament. Me too, actually. Me too. That sweater gets 10% off coffee at Tim Hortons. It sure does there, bud. Sure does. All right, third barracks coming on down. It will be double medevac. Oh, this is so interesting. He's like doing this into a 2-base build? Yeah, +1 going to be starting up pretty soon. Solar doesn't know about this yet. He is a little bit supply blocked. Solar is a couple of his timings have been a little bit off today, but he is still going to be at a very nice worker count already. 47 drones, couple more on the way. 50 by that 5-minute mark is a very solid benchmark. That is generally the goal. And now he's going to pump out a good number of units, spots the medevacs as they move out. And he's going to say to himself, you know what? I actually have time to build a couple more drones, don't I? I kind of like that. Including seeing just the single engineering bay at the front. Wouldn't mind a single Evo in response to this, but he is going to get the very quick layer. Hanmano, his goal right now is probably going to be, I mean, obviously he'd love to kill off a bunch of drones and just win the game, but realistically what he's looking for is just little damage like that. Ooh, finding a queen would have been nice. Not able to get it though. Solar quick on the transfuse, still forcing out those transfuses is kind of nice. And it will go into that armory play as well. Going for the Heckbats. Going for the Heckbats. No gas at the natural just yet. And Hanmano cutting workers. Stopping at 37 SCVs. Solar, I mean, if he just holds this attack, he's going to be immeasurably far ahead. And I understand, like, Solar is a really good player, and you want to hit him with some unconventional cheese. And this is nothing if not unconventional. But Solar's seen it before, and he's dealt with it very well. Now, another Overlord is going to get picked off that will not supply block Solar. Oh, the SCVs. He's pulling the boys. He's just hoping there aren't enough Banelings. There's a lot of Hellbats, a lot of SCVs. Queen's going to tank in the front. Hellbats doing a good job as well. But a lot of the Hellbats already going down. There's still more Banes behind this. Solar picking his spot. He's trying to buy as much time as he can. He's going to try and get on top of these Marines. The Hellbats not doing the job of tanking. And that will be Solar getting it on top of this. There's no +1 attack just yet. Hellbats are going to finally come to bear. And they're doing some good work towards the end. This is actually looking very dangerous for Solar all of a sudden. But more Banelings are going to finish up. One of the medevacs getting target fire down. It will get taken out. And there's just not enough HP on these Marines. Nice target fire on that last medevac. And with that going down, GG gets called. Solar takes game number 1 with a great defense. Solid. Solid. Hanmano has some sick builds. He does. He's got some cool builds. I will say, though, like, it's very weird. Very weird to hit with a big timing and then not actually have +1 attack for it, you know? Like, he's fully committed, and it's not like he has tanks. So it's not like he has staying power with the push. I wonder if there's a way that he could make that happen. No, you can't make the Hellbats scary and then still also rally in with tanks. I don't know, maybe a couple Widow Mines. I think Widow Mines added in would make it a lot scarier. As it is, Solar very straightforwardly handles this. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down on the bottom right, representing Kaitsu Gaming. It is Solar in the blue. And his opponent, spawning up on the top left, representing Prep Esports. It is Hanmano in the red. Ooh, 17, going up to 17 drones here. Gonna be a gas pool opening. Very cool. Fair enough, Infrared Soup. Yeah, so you're saying it was justice? Or do you think he was upset because of that and that turned him into like a salty person? GG. Now, what is Solar going to do with this? What is he going to try and get done? Is this just a defensive build? Is he thinking he's going to get Proxy 2 Raxed? I feel like that's what it is. I feel like this is just almost purely defensive in nature. And, yeah. Solar's what, like the 3rd best CVTer in Korea? Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I would say he is. Ragnarok making a solid push to become the 3rd best Zerg player in Korea, but I think Solar still holds it by a decent amount. Yeah, he's extremely difficult to beat. Solar, one of the most versatile players, I think, in Korea. Never see Heckbats work. They work from time to time. It's just not always. We're going to be seeing no Hellions once again, or at least not yet. It's going to be a very quick second barracks once more. And he's still mining with gas here. He's looking like he might do a very similar build as the previous one. Solar? Ooh, he's going to build some extra Zerglings here. And he might be looking for specifically what Hanmano's been doing with the lack of scouting, and hope to kind of jump on a bunch of Marines with like maybe 20 Speedlings or something and just see what he can get done. Or maybe he's even hoping... We'll see how many Zerglings he goes up to. He's got 8 on the map. Oh, it's just going to be 8. 8 Zerglings will not beat 6 Marines. That is a guarantee. Ooh, now if you can find these 4 Marines before the 2 reinforcements show up, could be very good. There's that link speed, but there is those 2 additional Marines, and this is going to be a pretty solid win for Hanmano. He only gets 1 Marine for 5 Zerglings. That's a pretty advantageous start here. Harsum left Team Liquid to join Shopify Rebellions. How did I miss that? Yeah, it's big news. Big news. Very funky little wall coming out of Hanmano. He's thinking that there might be a big attack coming from Solar. Building that bunker, building the supply depot, not actually walling the ramp. He's just giving himself as much security as possible, but this is actually just going to slow down his build a little bit. Oh, you think it turned him into a salty person? Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, Hanmano has been putting in that work. He is looking very, very prime. Very good. Still got a ways to go before he's, you know, considered a legitimate threat to, like, I would say even qualify for a GSL. Did some random Korean just beat Gumiho? Oh. Being a third best Zerg in Korea sadly doesn't translate into major wins. Yeah, unfortunately not. Okay, this time I think the engineering bay is early enough that it'll actually come into play. And there is going to be a Widow Mine with this. Okay. Okay, is this the, like... Well, is he going to use this in the medevac drop? He did go up to 16 Marines, which will fully load them up. But the Widow Mine would, of course, give him security against a counterattack. We have a very quick layer and third gas, actually. Second and third gas for Solar. So he's going to be getting up into Bane speed pretty quickly. And yeah, Widow Mine, he actually puts it in front. I think I would... Well, okay, so this has... So if you put it behind, it's less likely to get picked off. But putting it in front, if a bunch of Zerglings just run up the ramp and he just face checks, you could get a lot of kills. Banelings are going to be morphed on in here. There's not a lot of Zerglings on the map, so he's going to rely on those Banelings a little bit. And Hanmano going to lift off and go into the main. Yeah, this time his +1 weapons is a lot more appropriately timed for an actual, like, follow-up 2-base push. The ironic part of this is that he's getting a third command center this time and is on way more SCDs than he was at this point in the previous game. Solar will lose one of those overlords. Oh god, Hanmano struggling to pick up all the Marines, and he ends up losing a couple of them. Having a little bit of an issue right there. Ooh, loses another one to the combined firepower of the Queens. How many Marines have gone down? 5 in total, 4 during this attack. One of the medevacs getting a little bit low too. Actually, very low. Ooh, Solar targeting it down. Nice job from Solar. That is a big pickoff right there. That means he's going to be able to take down a couple of the Marines, because they won't be able to get in the medevac. There's just not enough space. Actually, even one more going down than it should have. Hanmano struggling a little bit with the pickup micro, it seems. 1-1 on the way for Solar and Bane speed, but this +1 weapons, this combat shields, this tank push from Hanmano does have some potential. Not necessarily a ton, but it's got some. Gumiho got beaten by a player named 3 Point. Damn. Who is this wild, uncharted opponent? There's a Widow Mine here. Ooh, he puts the Widow Mine underneath the tank. That is a cute little move. I like that. He's taking maps off Raynor and Cyan. Damn, that's really good. Just a random unknown Terran. Or, well, actually, I don't even know what race they are. What race are they? Ooh, we are going to see the tank caught on siege here. Baneling speed not quite done. Widowmine will siege on up. Oh, gets not the greatest connection. Tank does go down, but we do have a lot of Marines left over. This is actually the scariest point for Solar throughout this series. +1 weapons is done for Hanmano. We do have 2-1 on the way for him now, but Solar's about to have his 1-1 finished up. Oh, the target fire on the Banes. Very nice. Hanmano looking a lot cleaner with that engagement than he did previously. Very nicely done from Hanmano. And he's keeping the creep back off this high ground, which actually is a big problem for the Zerg. You really want creep all over this location to keep your third base and potential fourth base safe. Now, in this case, the fourth base is taken on the other side. Hold that thought. We do have a nice little split away on that Widowmine, but still 16 kills on that. Damn. Solar, though, will push this back, will resecure a little bit of space for himself. We do have Solar also taking this base as his fourth, and taking to the top middle, top right, as his fifth base. Meanwhile, Hanmano not building a second factory, going up to 8 barracks total. Another engagement on the bottom side. This Widowmine, man, that thing got a lot of kills by the end. That was at least 25 kills. Yeah, look at the resources lost. Hanmano's actually up in supply. Baneling run by getting set up here, but there is a tank in position. And there will be a nice little 2-1 timing. Meanwhile, Scan in the middle of the map. Oh, he needs to clear that active tumor. Target it. He does get it. Nice job. Meanwhile, Baneling's rolling on forward. They get 4 SCVs, which is not bad, but not amazing. There's a 4th command center here, so it's not just going to be a fully committed 8 racks, I try and kill you. But it may be a decent commitment to an attempt to get something done. We do have the Hive coming in for Solar. His 2-2, and we've got the speed for Overlords finishing up here. Solar would love to get this creep saved as much as possible. He does have a decent bit of it being saved with that 1 tumor. Oh, and the scan expires just before it would have gotten picked off. 3-point shoot is a Zerg. He streams regularly. Oh, damn. That's pretty sick. Meanwhile, Zergling's actually getting in on this base. We'll find a couple of SCVs. Bunker is empty. Two about to finish up here for Solar. That's going to give him the upgrade lead in a little bit. For now, it is in the favor of Hanmano. Solar also going to be able to start up his 3-3 only about 10 seconds after his 2-2 finishes, if he's right on top of it. Here come the tanks. Oh man, Solar wants to wait till 2-2 is done. It will finish right now, and the tanks are going to get swamped. There is just not enough here. Hanmano, he's going to have to lift up and get on out of here. We'll save the majority of the Marines. Actually going to go up into the main. Kind of like that. Solar electing to not start up his 3-3 wants Adrenal Glands, a Viper, and the Ultra Cavern. And he is being heavily pressured. Adrenal Glands does come online a lot faster, so it kind of makes sense. Ultra Cavern going to be very convenient against this heavy setup of Marines. That being said, 4 Marauders now on the way. And a big transition in towards those Marauders. There's that +2 melee. Or sorry, +3 melee. Ooh, Marauder action. Was there that a Marauder? Ah, it was. Tanked a lot of Banelings. Resources lost really heavily in favor of Hanmano. He's doing a great job here. He is up in army supply. Army value is about even. Because, of course, those Banelings extremely supply efficient. The most supply efficient of anything. +3 Carapace still not on the way yet. Hanmano doing a great job of keeping this as an open avenue for attack. But Solar, look at this creep on the top side during all of this. And he is, well, that was actually counterproductive. Nice job from Hanmano. I think he decided not to kill that drone before it started to hatch. Does only get out with a couple of those bio units. There's that +3 armor on the way. Look at this. We actually see Hanmano, though, way ahead in the +3 timing. Is +1 armor for the vehicles, or +1 armor, +1 attack. Going to be coming online. We did see Raynor going for a lot of spores recently. And even just the one doing a good job of kind of keeping this off kilter. Oh man, if he can kill the Ultra Cavern, that would be huge. Does get the spawning pool, and he will deny this chitinous plating. And he kills the Spire. A lot of important tech getting picked off. Does need to get out of here right the hell now. Ooh, and that's why, because the Parasitic Bomb is going to be a big problem. Picks off 3 medevacs. Oh man. All of them fully loaded, and now that resource is lost is back to a very grim tale for the Terran. And look at this. We've got this one medevac going to get picked off on the way out. That one Marine is in a little sweet spot. Look at this. This Queen will eventually dart it to death. Oh, man. That was such a massive loss for Hanbano. Overstaying his welcome. And now a nice engagement coming from Solar. Coming in from multiple angles. Getting it on top of the tanks. Only one tank remaining, though. Oh, my God. The Marauders soaking a lot of Banelings right there. Hanbano going to be able to kill off all the Banelings, but he is not killing the entirety of this army, and there's no splash damage left. Ultralisk coming on forward on Mono. He will be able to stabilize. Ooh, Parasitic Bomb comes on in. Will get a lot of damage to those medevacs, getting another one of them. Meanwhile, Banelings rolling in on the base. Kills 7 SCVs. Once again, Marauders doing a great job of tanking, though. If he could have kept those medevacs alive, would have been such a better position for him here. Solar moving this Queen back over here to try and, well, spread more creep. But he's got to focus on his first attack. Hanbano is a little bit overstimmed. He's a little bit overzealous, it feels like, with his stims. But it might be just that he doesn't have the medevac count. Targeting down Banes, though. Very nice. Will try and stim back to his Planetary Fortress, and he's going to be able to do so. But Solar is way ahead in economy. He's up in army supply by a significant amount. Another run by at the 3rd base. And there's just not enough to hold this base. This is going to go down. Meanwhile, the Zerglings in on top of this one. At the 3rd, will gut it. And Solar is going to take the strong, convincing 2-0. Yeah, sorry, face checking. Yes, exactly as Miro was speaking. Ooh, Prince 2-0'd M. Canning, which means it's going to be Solar versus M. Canning.